Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad-Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 9, text number 26. Maitre Uvacha Iti Archita Bhagavan Atidishyatmanah Padam Balasya Pashyato Dama Swamagad Garudadvajaha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The great sage Maitreya said, after being worshipped and honored by the boy, Dhruva Maharaj, after offering him his abode, Lord Vishnu on the back of Garuda returned to his abode as Dhruva Maharaj looked on. Purport. From this verse it appears that Lord Vishnu awarded Dhruva Maharaj the same abode in which he resides. His abode is described in the Bhagavad Gita, Yad Gatva na nivartante tadhama paramam mama. The sense Bhaktivedanta. Purport. Text 27. Sopi sankalpajam Vishnu padasevopasaditam prapya sankalpa nirvanam nati prito abhyagat param puram. Despite having achieved the desired result of his determination by worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Thus he returned to his home. Purport. By worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord in devotional service, as instructed by Narada Rishi, Dhruva Maharaj achieved the desired result. His desire was to get a very exalted position, excelling that of his father, grandfather and great-grandfather. And although it was somewhat childish determination, because Dhruva Maharaj was nothing but a small child, Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is so kind and merciful that he fulfilled Dhruva's desire. Dhruva Maharaj wanted a residence more exalted than any ever occupied by anyone else in the family. Therefore he was offered the planet in which the Lord personally resides, and this determination was completely satisfied. Still, when Dhruva Maharaj returned home, he was not very pleased, for although in pure devotion service there is no demand from the Lord, because of his childish nature, he has demanded something. Thus, although the Lord also fulfilled his desire, he was not very pleased. Therefore, he was ashamed that he had demanded something from the Lord, for he should not have done this. So thus the long conversation between the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appeared before Dhruva Maharaj, is ended, and subsequently the Lord returned to his abode on the back of Garuda. However, it is said here that despite having achieved the desired result, Dhruva Maharaj was not very pleased. Thus he returned to his home. So Dhruva Maharaj, he got the next to impossible boon, which was his desire to have a kingdom greater than any of his, not only his father but forefathers, which means even greater than Brahma. And the Lord had to satisfy by giving him a separate planet, Dhruvaloka. And as we explained, as we read yesterday, how Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Dhruva planet, the pole star, Dhruvaloka, is on par with Vaikuntha Loka. It's eternal. It does not get destroyed when the entire material world gets dissolved. Even then that it remains. In spite of that, Dhruva Maharaj was not very happy, because when he had started his tapasya to see Lord Vishnu, his aim was to get these things. But immediately after having had the direct darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead come before him, based on what all he followed, what all instructions of Narada Rishi, he strictly followed that, and he pleased the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord appeared before him. When the Supreme Lord appeared before him, seeing the transcendental beauty of the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj's heart was purified, and he lost desire for these things. The Lord, however, knew what was the purpose of Dhruva Maharaj. Even though he was a small boy, he desired like that. The Lord satisfied his desires. Gave him a boon that you will have a world, you will have a kingdom much, much beyond what any of your father or grandfathers have ever lived in. You will be the king of that planet, Dhruva-loka. So, it's interesting here that after coming in touch directly with the transcendental Lord, you automatically lost the taste for these material things. Reason being that when one comes in touch with the Supreme Lord is all attractive, and in the face of the attraction of the Lord, in terms of his mightiness, in terms of his sweetness, in terms of his kindness, Dhruva Maharaj experienced something which he has never experienced in the material world. Therefore, his mind went towards, now his mind is towards the Supreme Lord. And now he is thinking that these boons have now become an obstacle. I could directly go back, I could directly ask the Supreme Lord for attraction, pure love, or being in his presence. Rather, now I had to be in this Dhruva-loka without the darshan of the Lord. So therefore he was feeling that he was not very happy. So he went to the forest with a great hope, did great tapasya. The Lord appeared before him. He got what he wanted originally, and then finally he is dissatisfied. So that is why it is said that one should not desire anything other than the desire of the Lord. The Lord is very kind, that even in devotion service, some particular thing you desire, He may fulfill. But if those desires are motivated by our own past desires, or contaminated by material desire. Every material desire, behind that there is a contamination of sense gratification, social gratification. Something is there. And such desires are a past desire, they prompt in they rise up in our conscious mind from the chittam, the subconscious mind. And they try to get fulfilled in our devotee life. Because now we have entered the process of devotion service, surrender to Krishna, and engaging in His service for His pleasure, which is exactly opposite of what we have done for many, many lives, where we have forgotten Him and we have our goal has been to increase happiness, love, pleasure for this material body and bodily identity, and of course extended relatives and all those things. So this is where we have completely in contrast with our present, those who desire pure devotion service. Their desire is to please the Supreme Lord, to have no other desire than the desire of the Lord, is completely contradictory to these old forces that are there in our Chittam. So just as Dhruva Maharaj is feeling that his opportunity for pure devotional service is delayed because of this material desire that he had, the same way we also should be extremely careful that we do not have, careful that we pray that all our desires are as per the order of the Lord, order of Guru. I do not want any independent desires. The living entity can desire. He has got the potency to desire. But he can desire either for the Supreme Lord, because he is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, the goal is only to please the Supreme Lord. The part and parcel always functions for the whole. Just like Prabhupada gives example of the hands. It serves the whole body, picks up food and puts inside. In the same way, the real ananda of the soul, or the real desire of the soul, should be to serve the Supreme Lord. When the Lord is pleased, then everybody is pleased. When the Lord is pleased, then we partake in His joy. Each of us have the potency for enjoying. That potency for enjoying is that of the soul. But it is meant to enjoy, partaking the joy of the Lord. In other words, we give pleasure to the Lord, and that is actual soul's enjoyment. But now, of course, we don't have taste for that. We have immediate taste for what gives my body, my senses, my bodily ego enjoyment. No doubt that as Dhruva Maharaj's situation is, devotional service begins with as a mixed devotional service, because the consciousness is not very pure. Therefore, our desires will also be mixed with different kinds of forces of karma. Suppose we were in this life, we are born to fulfill certain desires. That is called, prarabdha karma. At the beginning of your life, you have from your huge stock of karmas, action and reaction, the reactions to all the actions. From the huge stock which is sitting there as a bija, a seed bank of reactions, when we take birth, each one of us, one subset of that is destined to fructify in this life. So that is why in this life we get a particular type of a body, particular type of a ability, particular type of taste. All these things are our past desires. And naturally, Kala is the one that unfolds the life of every living entity as per its destiny. And as it unfolds, it's the seed of these things sprout and they produce fruits. And those fruits are either sukha or dukkha. So each one of us are born with the seed of reaction. Some seeds produce sukha, some produce dukkha. So this is every one of our body, mind has a force called guna, kala, karma. Guna, kala, karma is what is continuously. That's why we grow old. Why? Because the force of kala. We grow old, and then as time comes, just like a small child, he does not have sex desire at that age. When kala at the right time, some bijas come up. Then when he's adolescent, desires for sex come. So these are all, destined. So when we become devotees of the Lord, we have to understand that we are having all these karmas. And that is why Krishna says, Sarva dharman pariteja mamekam sharanam praja aham tam sarva papebhyo moksheshsam masuchaha. You don't worry about your past. I will manage it for you. It's not that the karma is gone, but he will manage it, means whatever is favorable for my advancement of devotion service, advancement of my bhakti, according to sincerity of my bhakti. Only Krishna also gives bhakti only to the degree to which you are also ready for that unconditional love. Lord is very sensitive. You want pure devotional service, then He will manage your karma for pure devotional service. If you want for mixed devotional service, okay, I am born for certain things, my karmic, this thing, then all those things I want to fulfill. Krishna may fulfill that. That also He'll try to convert it into devotional service, pure devotional service, or into His service. So from this there is a great lesson to learn from the Dhruva Maharaj's Leela, especially this verse, that he returns home not very pleased. Similarly, we are directly in touch with the Supreme Lord in the form of chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Lord is available for the devotee to associate with every day. So the degree to which he is, and the Nama Prabhu reciprocates with the devotee. So devotee has to be very careful, because the Lord, reciprocation of the Lord is not difficult. But what kind of reciprocation you want from the Lord? Initially, those who do not have faith in the Lord, when they get some reciprocation, they are very happy that Lord has reciprocated. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, very happy that the Lord came before him. But at the end of it, what happened? So in the same way, the holy name is appearing before us. We are chanting every day 16 rounds. In what state of consciousness we are chanting? All our desires will get fulfilled. Are we desiring pure devotional service as Prabhupada has taught us, as our parampara is teaching us, to ultimately go back to Godhead in the Goloka Vrindavana? Are we maintaining, or are we attempting and trying? We have a very specific goal. Are we working towards that pure devotion service? This Leela of Dhruva Maharaj reminds us that if we have any material desires, it will get fulfilled. If it gets fulfilled, then you have to be spending time dealing with those things. Now Dhruva Maharaj has to, remain there for thousands of years in the Dhruva planet. Now he has seen something greater than that, which he cannot have that, the association of directly of the Lord, pure devotional service. So in a sense, the devotees who are chanting their 16 rounds, especially seriously following Prabhupada's instruction, soulfully they are chanting, they also have to be very, very careful. And they have to pray to the Lord that even if I foolishly desire something, it may not be fulfilled unless it is your desire. Your desire that I should desire like this, I do not want anything. Anyone who is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very powerful. Sometimes I am chanting Hare Krishna, I don't see any power. No, all the desires will be fulfilled. Maybe not just a short time. Yeah. Now one may be 40 years, 50 years. He may live till 80 years or something. 40 years will go like that. Next life, everything that you desire will be fulfilled. And if any of those desires, because many desires when fulfilled, it makes us forget Krishna. Maybe present state is better without those opulences, without those desires. Present state of existence is much safer for me to remember Krishna. Because Nama is called Nama Chintamani. So not only we should learn how to chant nicely, we should also be very careful that we don't desire something and end up somewhere. And then lose the association of Nama also, next life. The only desire that should be before the Nama Prabhu is give me an opportunity to serve you more and more purely. Let my heart be purified so that my service to you of chanting and hearing becomes purer and purer, better and better. I can please you more and more. So that is devotee's desire. Okay, your Nama Chintamani, now you fulfill this desire for me. What is that desire? That I serve you more and more purely. No desire goes in vain. Nama Chintamani means anything you desire, it will happen. Desire that I get attracted to your name, form, guna, leelas, your qualities, your leelas. Let me get attracted to all this. Let me get attracted to your dazzling personality and your name, form. So now you see, Dhruva Maharaj is saying that he is missing something. So similarly, we should not be in a state. We should know about Dhruva Maharaj. he is missing. He should have prayed that let me be eternally attracted to you. Then that boon would have been given. So we can learn from this and ask only one prayer to the Lord. So bless me so that my heart becomes purified. Bless me so that your transcendental attraction will grip my heart. Your all attractive name, form, qualities, activities, I get addicted to, attached to. These are the kind of things that we should seek from Nama Chintamani. By default, if we don't have these desires, and then no other desire other than the desire of yours, let me carry out your order every day. My desire is equal to your order. I shall not have a desire which is independent of your order. Your order for me. Your order for me should come. One prays with faith, with dependence on Srila Prabhupada, that may your order be manifest in my heart as my desire. Again, Nama Chintamani cannot fail. Every day, whatever you are doing will be as per the order of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. Each one of us will be different. The Lord wants to engage us in pure devotional service by utilizing all our, because practical service is done by our body and mind, which means it has connection with our prarabdha karma. But what to engage it for? To dovetail it for this, dovetail it for this, or dovetail it for this. Let it not happen that I am dovetailing or I am engaging it to fulfill for what materially I was destined for, sukha and dukkha. So anybody who is in this spirit, you will see that in his life, his sukha dukkha is not determined by his horoscope. Take out the horoscope, you will see prarabdha karmas, different time, what kind of sukha dukkha will get. Nama Chintamani wipes out our material destiny and creates spiritual destiny out of it. Spiritual destiny out of it. And that has no connection with the timing, etc., sukha, dukkha, all those things. That is completely independently doled out by the Lord in the heart. That is exactly the meaning of saying that Guru and Krishna takes the karma of the living entities. Takes the karma means they manage the karma. They are in charge. Because I have surrendered means I have surrendered my body, my mind, everything. Once I surrender, then they are in charge. What to do with what? You surrender to somebody. Now what you want to do with me is your desire. Before surrendering, what I want to do with my body and mind is my desire. That way the devotee becomes very light. A devotee is operating from a mystic platform. Being always connected to the Supreme Lord through the spiritual master who has given us the form of the Lord to directly worship the Shabda Vigraha, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, everything, every lila in Srimad-Bhagavatam, ultimately you can see it leads to pure devotional service. Even though Dhruva Maharaj lila is mentioned, Dhruva Maharaj from the platform of pure devotional service is considered to be a neophyte. From the Gaudiya Vaishnava standards, is considered to be a neophyte. Because he had this material desire. But the conclusion of that, see, it is coming. Yes, see, he should not have. He himself is feeling, I should not have this desire. The small desire, stupid desire I had. And that feeling repentance is there. And also if you see, interestingly here, Prabhupada is saying that because of his childish nature, he demanded something. It's not that he was an adult and seriously considered a childish desire. So Lord, our desiring potency is so powerful, the living entities. Desiring so powerful. The Lord recognizes even a child's desire and he fulfills. Any questions?
Hare Krishna, brother.
Hare Krishna.
Sometimes we desire spiritual desires, but in the process, many times material desires also pops up. And this happens many times, cycle after cycle. And another situation is, it seems to be spiritual desire, but subtly or deep inside it happens to be social gratification or sense gratification. So how do we overcome such contaminations?
How do we identify?
Overcome such contaminations.
Yeah, okay. First thing is, very often subtle things are not identifiable because these desires are not necessarily from the conscious mind. It is in the subconscious mind. It won't be so obvious. We will think that this is pure desire. I didn't think of anything else I wanted. But from the depth of it, some subconscious desire means you are not conscious. You cannot find out. So forget about identifying whether my desire is pure or not. That is why I said that the devotees work on a mystical platform, not on mere intellectual platform. Our intellect cannot find answers to all this, whether now the present desire is pure or not, etc. Then what is the solution? How to ensure that my desires are the desires of the Lord? If we maintain our state of consciousness through a very strong morning program, it will put a brake on the gunakala karma. And we will be blessed with the direction from the Lord, desires from the Lord, order that manifests as desire, which is suitable for me today in my devotional service. You should have no other desire than the desire of the Lord. It means what? It means the Lord has a desire for you, what you should be doing. That is the meaning of saying I should have no desire other than the desire of the Lord. Because the Lord it's not like, I have so many desires, you have so many desires, you have so many desires, you have so many desires, independent desire. Similarly, Lord has an independent desire and I should not have any other desire than His desire. When we say no other desire than the desire of the Lord, means no other desire than the desire of the Lord for me. The desire of the Lord for me is different, for you is different, for each person it is different. The Lord in the heart knows. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayantite. For each one of us, how to move forward in our journey back to Godhead, day to day, the Lord in the heart guides, and we will be able to receive that kripa of the Lord only if we maintain our state of consciousness, which is not mental, a state of consciousness which is transcendental. On a day-to-day basis it can happen. Today, if you have chanted nicely, if you have been, attended all the morning association from the deities association, Tulsi Maharani's association, Guru's association, Holy Names association, Bhagavatam association, all these are very, very powerful. It stops the gunakala, karma. It's called guna pravaha. Continuously our chit is producing a flood of, guna praha. Different gunas keep coming and influencing our conscious mind. So what to do, what not to do, in a perfect way, we cannot determine. We can only ensure that we are in a proper state of consciousness by which the Lord mystically takes charge of my life. So that is why this is extremely important. We may be strong in philosophy and all these things. Philosophy is one side. That is jnana is one side. Ultimately, if your jnana is not enough, you have to eat. Isn't it? If your jnana of nice ice cream, that is not complete. You have to eat the ice cream. So this morning sadhana program is like eating what all we are going to talk, what all Prabhupada has talked about. It's like feeding the soul. When you feed the soul, then there is a real effect, spiritual effect. So one does not have to do anything. Oh, I have to do my sadhana and I have to solve so many other problems. No. You have only one problem. How to do my sadhana in quality. Day by day, day by day, day by day. If you do that, everything else will come from that. Otherwise, one will get confused. I do not know what will happen to me tomorrow. I do not know what is 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You don't have to think anything. You are surrendered to Krishna. That is the meaning of Sarvadharman Parityaja. He will decide my tomorrow. He will decide my next year. He will decide when I am old. Everything He will decide. Ye tamam prapadyante tam sate bhajamiham. If you surrender like that, Krishna will never let you down. Every day of yours, Krishna will handle. And that is the opulence for which. That is the opulent life that we can get by the blessings of Srila Prabhupada. Not going on a mental platform of mental calculation, material calculation. One will never be satisfied with material calculation. Mind can never satisfy us. Any solution, intellectually, any solution. How foolish it is to find a solution intellectually for my path of bhakti. Online, it is given. Online, dadami buddhi yogam, the Lord is seated in our Chaitanya, Guru in our heart, and He will lead our life. That's why it's mystically it happens. Any other question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, for a devotee who is staying in the temple, in the organization, in the framework of organization, for him Prabhupada gives the orders of Krishna through the authorities. So he does not expect mystical guidance. So what is the difference?
Also, both comes. Lord acts mystically. He is not mystically acting. He is trying to get authorities. When, for instance, the authority's instruction, also, he has faith that through this process this instruction comes. And those instructions are, we have to understand that one should not think that Krishna is now exactly wanting me to do this, and that is coming from the authority. The fact is that we don't reach that, we're not qualified for that. Every moment, what Krishna will say, first I want you to listen to the authorities and become humble. Sir, Krishna's interest in the devotee is not in his what service he is doing at this stage. Because we all think like that. Each of us should get an instruction. If Krishna wants something I should do now, that I should get. Then you will get doubt, my authority is not pure, how you will get from Krishna? Huh? So he will get into a whole confusion. Oh, that means, I do not know. Where will I go? Where can I go where I can get exactly every moment I know what Krishna wants me to do, only that I am doing? I see all people are imperfect around me. I see my authority also sometimes not proper in his association, in his sadhana, all those things. So what will I? So understand, it is not about what service. What Krishna is wanting is, if you want Krishna, if you want the Lord, please tell me what I should do now. I am just started Krishna consciousness, what I should do now? The answer would be, do anything but develop servitude. No, this authority is telling this authority is telling this. They themselves are confused. So what should I do? So again you are getting stuck in what I should do. Krishna is telling, now I want you to learn how to do. That is also devotional service. This is also devotional service. This is also devotional service. Bhavagrahi Janardana. He wants us to develop our devotion. There are unlimited ways of serving. And if you work within the organization of Prabhupada, authorities are all not pure devotees. So therefore, if you say instruction-wise, it may not be optimum instruction. There are hundreds of factors that Krishna is looking for, not the rightness and wrongness of something. Just like if you may say, okay, we want to book tickets for devotees from here to there. Then some devotee will just go and book in one airline. Then somebody will find out, Prabhuji, there you could have got 1,000 rupees less. So now you did a mistake. His subordinate will see that you booked a ticket where 1,000 rupees more. Okay, in his process of devotional service he did. So if you start criticizing these things, you can, dutifully you can say, next time we can book Prabhu, tell me, I know how to get best airline. And leave it. Past is past. And maybe that airline, Krishna had some plan. Some devotees meet somebody. They get big donation. Here you lost 1,000 rupees, there you got 1 lakh rupees. Like that, life is very complicated. By our intellectual analysis only, we cannot decide all these things. So it is imperfect. Because he spent 1,000 rupees, now Prabhupada and Krishna is displeased. He did not know how to do. So it's not about what, again. If you analyze like that, there will be thousands and thousands of mistakes, material mistakes that the devotees are doing. We should try to minimize, no doubt. Whatever we do, we try to do expertly, because we are an organization. There's no end. Now I'm how many years? More than around 4 decades I've been temple president. 35 years back as a temple president, the kind of decision I gave for a particular situation. Suppose same situation comes today. I am 35 years more mature. My decision will be more mature, experienced, everything, both materially and spiritually. So then can you say that, then 35 years back you misguided everybody? Everybody is doing their devotion service to the best of the capacity according to their level of material maturity and spiritual maturity. Which means there will always be shortcomings. There will always be shortcomings. Shouldn't get into this perfection syndrome. In all those situations, what is the spirit? The spirit of devotion, spirit is ourselves through all the services to develop dasatva. If you are a material perfectionist syndrome, exactly opposite you develop, criticism. Everything you will materially analyze and you will start criticizing. To improve, you can materially analyze, no problem. That is our duty. That's part of our, our service. We can be critically looking at how to improve our service. The past is past. How to improve our service in future? Not a blade of grass will move without the sanction of the Lord. Past is past. They had this limitation, therefore this Lord has sanctioned it. Over. Yes.
Harishno. So this Prabhu's question, mystically how the Lord is acting on the devotee. Devotional service is mystical, you said. So
faith,
suppose,
you should have faith.
Yeah. So suppose I have the faith that whatever Krishna wants me to do, Krishna in the sense, as you said, that to be humble, all those things. So sometimes authority may assign some service which is beyond my guna karma,
Service
which is beyond my guna and karma. So that time, if I take it as an order of the God, order of Krishna, through the authority, I'll execute. If I achieve success, some mystic process is there.
No,
so
mystic process is not for succeeding and
succeeding
not succeeding.
So,
mystic process is for receiving that mercy.
So I may fail. If I
fail.
success, authority will appreciate. And so if I fail, authority will criticize. So when
authorities, when you fail, the criticize is material correction. It is not spiritual correction.
It's not spiritual correction.
No, spiritual correction will be there if you are spaced out. If you're fully dedicated and you tried and you failed, then he'll point out materially what is wrong. And suppose he also sees, the authority sees that you're spaced out, you're in Maya. That means you didn't give your mind fully for the service. Then that is spiritual criticism. Why you are not more committed? like this you will ask. So both kinds of things are also there. Because we are an organization, result is required, right? So there is a process. Oh, you are defaulted in this process. Do this process properly. So these are all not spiritual displeasure. If you bring result, they are happy. No result, authority is not happy. Yes, they are also managers. Result is required. But those are all at a Vyavaharic level. But if you have tried your best throughout, then Krishna has accepted the devotion. We don't do devotion service for results alone. We do devotion service. That's first thing in Bhagavad Gita Krishna is teaching. We do devotion service for the sake of devotional service. Already Krishna has received that, whether I succeed or not. Correct? And if I should not be attached to success or not, largely we should say success or this thing are so many criterions are there. That's what Krishna teaches in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. You cannot control. You are not in control of success and failure. Even if you have expertly done something, you can fail. Right? So, we should be satisfied that, yes, I will strive. I work with a goal, I try for success. But my satisfaction comes from every moment of doing the service. Every moment I should do service by remembering Him, quality, depending upon Him, free from ahankara, I should do my service, quality of my service, gratefulness for having received the service. With all this bhakti bhavana, we should do our service. And that is what Krishna takes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, if whatever Dhruv Maharaj desired, with those desires, if he would have come to ISKCON, let's say, so and heard this Bhagavatam classes every day, so would and have heard Bhagavatam classes every day, then there would have been more chances of him purifying his material desires and going back to Godhead in this life itself. That's a question.
But he is in Dhruva no? Why you are talking?
If somebody would have desired...
Somebody like that, okay.
Yes, yes.
No, he is already there, Dhruva.
Yes, if some...
past is past.
Compared to the Ashtanga Yoga process, what he did, compared to the Ashtanga Yoga process, where he didn't had, association of devotees like this, like what Prabhupada has created.
Correct.
Just like we also have so many desires, but every day we do hear Bhagavatam, which you also once said that it changes our paradigm.
See, not only hearing Bhagavatam, by hearing, you should hear in a submissive mood and understand Bhagavatam message. Very important. You understand the essence of it. Not only you chant Hare Krishna, you understand properly the process. What exactly is, just like you see, we have to follow exact. You've been chanting for many years, but Prabhupada said chant and hear that chant. That means we are not following it properly. We are chanting and thinking. Correct? So, then this level of purity or this level of understanding what is this pure devotional service itself may not be there. If somebody is very grossly superficial, okay, I am in the ashram, I am in ISKCON, and ISKCON means, this Gaudiya Parampara. Gaudiya Parampara means, become the servant of the gopis. So, just because you are in ISKCON, you cannot say, okay, I am in ISKCON, now I will become gopis, servant of the gopis. That is the ultimate thing. How I will achieve that? Each person is different. How much determination you make, it is not only the process, individual desire also should be there. Many people may know the process, but they may not want that. So all these, so many factors are there. But anybody who seriously chases this, yes, I want pure devotion service, then Krishna from the heart will help such a devotee. That determination should be there. Some of the things to learn from Dhruva Maharaj's thing is his determination. What was his determination? His determination, none of us can compare to his determination. Though our goal is something else that Prabhupada has given us, pure devotion service. His determination we should adopt. His determination to develop detachment. His determination to achieve Krishna's love. That determination, just like he had determination to get a planet bigger than his father. So same thing, we have to develop, so all these good qualities of endeavoring for pure devotional service, we should adopt from Dhruva Maharaj. So there's plenty to learn from Dhruva Maharaj, even for Gaudiya Vaishnava. Not only that goal was different, here there is something else to learn, is his quality. When you read what determination, was a small child, what determination he had. Similarly, I should have the same level of determination to follow Prabhupada's instructions. You should determine, you should chant at Sankalpa Shakti. Sankalpa Shakti means a desire with determination is called Sankalpa. Desire with determination, I will chant and hear every chant. Exactly like how Dhruva Maharaj had fixed his goal. Similarly, I will chant with this Sankalpa. Even one nama will not go out of any nama chanted with me, the Lord has come down. It will not go anywhere else, it will go inside on. I will not leave it in the air like that. Determination should be there. Vrindaraj Srimad-Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.